Welcome to Shelly's shop. Today we are building a scoot ski. For those of you who don't know what a scoot ski is, it is basically a jet ski shell on top of a scooter, giving the illusion that you're riding a jet ski on land.
After a week or so of searching on Facebook, we found our perfect candidate, the 1996 Sea-Doo Bombardier. Unfortunately, this was a complete jet ski, so our first step was removing everything inside.
All right, after a long night of work, I think it was about 4 hours. Here's the progress. Engine is out. All we have left is the gas tank right there.
All right, guys, so we've been working. We got about half the trim off now. We just took the steering column out. Next, we will be finishing removing all the trim, and then we'll see where we go from there. The steering column was a pain, but we got her done. All right, so now we got all the trim pieces off. We decided that it would not be worth our time to split the hull in half. So now we're going to take the hood off, flip the jet ski upside down, measure, and cut a hole to fit the moped and see if we can do it that way. Hopefully this is a better use of our time rather than splitting the hull, but we'll find out.
Okay, here we are. We've measured out where we want to cut our big hole. We're gonna do a taper up here for the front wheel, and then back here it's just gonna be a big rectangle. This thing is gonna be kind of a problem because it's metal and all this is like fiberglass. So we're gonna use the angle grinder for this, and we're gonna try a Sawzall or jigsaw for this. We'll see what works best. Here we go.
All right, guys, so we finished cutting the main hole for the biggest part of the jets, or for the moped. Now we're gonna work on the tapered front section for the front wheel so it can turn properly. It went well. The metal portion in the back did prove to be a bear, but with the angle grinder and the Sawzall, we got it done.
All right, so we're thinking we're pretty much done with our cutting of the hull. We're thinking right here might have to come out a little bit more for the wheel turning, but this is where we're at now. Next, we're gonna take our scooter and we're gonna take our handlebars off so we can fit our stem through this hole over here. That hole right down there. All right, let's get to it.
All right, guys, we made a lot of progress on that last one. We labeled the wiring harness, disconnected everything from the handlebars, removed the seat and the exhaust, and now we are going to do a little trial run and put the Jetski hull on top of the scooter and see if it works, see what modifications we're gonna have to make, and then we will decide on what we're gonna do from there. So here we go. All right, guys, so we have test fit the moped inside the hull. We have ran into a few minor issues. First of all, the hull is rubbing right here. So we're gonna have to add a little bit of, or trim a little bit more out of there. Additionally, we are gonna have to do something about this, and then this one over here. And then the third problem, which we did anticipate, is that we are going to need more room for the front wheel to steer. But other than that, it is going very well. So we're gonna work on those couple things and then go from there. All right, here we are. Huge hole in the bottom. We cut back on these walls a little bit because they're kind of like angled out and they're catching on these foot pegs right there. Shoot, took off a little bit more than expected on the front. The Sawzall was having some issues. So yeah, here we are. We're gonna try putting it back on. So here we go. All right, guys, so Everything is on right now. The shell is not bolted on, and we are still having a little bit of tire clearance issues, but this is what it's looking like right now, and I couldn't be happier. It's looking phenomenal.